Good evening and welcome to our match between Mark Boyle and John McAllister. I'm joined in the commentary box by Will Coldwell of STRN fame. Good evening, Will.
Evening, Jakob.
How's it going?
Yeah, not bad. I've never actually been up to Murphy's before, so it's been a nice night actually. It's,
not a bad little club, is it?
Yeah, it was great. It's so just come up to check it out for our event over in at Murphy's in the next couple of months. So yeah, it's a really good club and been some great matches tonight. So I'm looking forward to this one as well.
Yeah, this should be quite a good matchup. We've just been having a little bit of a chat about the TAOM shootout, which is I don't know if you caught the first event, but it was some spectacle.
Yeah, it seems to create quite a bit of a buzz in the pool world, which is exactly what we wanted. I think both these guys would be fantastic for that event as well.
Yeah, they would. Definitely. I think they both got a very good temperament for it. So we saw in that last game why Jordan Shepherd won the TAOM shootout. He demolished Seb Webb in 43 minutes. Jordan, as you're here, I just want to say thank you very much. You just gave me an hour's break. Thank you.
Yeah, he was pretty relentless then. I didn't see him miss many.
We were 3/4 of an hour behind. So yellow's definitely the obvious choice here. What'll be your route then, Will?
Well, you're probably asking the wrong person here, Jakob. I'm the reason that I'm an organiser of pool, and although I do play a little bit, I don't expect Mark to miss these.
It's a great opener. So I've got roughly half of this year's weekends already booked up, and over half of those events are TAOM sponsored events for various different reasons through yourselves and here. Elliot Slesser, buzzer didn't win. He lost 11-7.
Yeah, you just mentioned TAOM and Jakob. They seem to be making a massive presence in the market at the moment,
and I think that's a good step forward. It's probably
Absolutely,
the best way of going about it, really.
Yeah, they've obviously made an impact in the snooker scene over the last year or so. So got involved with quite a few players, and they're obviously trying to do the same in the pool world, and getting involved in as many events as they can.
So I didn't really get on with the TAOM 2.0 chalk. I gave it a go, used it for a few weeks, didn't really get on with it. I found I got quite a few miscues. I've just got some of the TAOM Gold, the soft chalk, and you have to chalk your cue before every shot, I've noticed, just the nature of the chalk. But wow, I found that the grip was actually something else. The way that it gripped the white ball on your tip is just phenomenal.
Yeah, they brought out a few different versions, haven't they? It looks like we haven't they've not tested and tried them all out yet, but I'm sure that they'll be.
Yeah, I've got a cube. You can't even say I've got a cube of chalk anymore, can you? I've got a disc of chalk. What do you say? I've got a cylinder. I've got myself a cylinder of chalk. Just doesn't sound right, does it?
Routine finish here from Mark. Didn't expect him to miss these. Should be 1-0. Wow.
Surely you know not to curse it.
Wow.
Ouch. Let's have a quick look.
Early nerves, maybe.
So guys, if you haven't already, if you could like and share the stream, get it pumped out to as many people as possible. Currently got 309 watching on YouTube, 360 on Facebook.
So have you got any early favourites for the event, Jakob? Or?
Well, I've put a little bit of money on Liam Dunster to win outright.
Yeah, I watched him before against Chris Mellon, and he was.
He is the man of the moment, isn't he?
He was unbelievable.
So Stephen Houth has just said, talking the TAOM chalk up because it sponsors the event. It's awful. Do you know what? I found the as I said, I found the 2.0 to be terrible. I didn't enjoy it at all. Found it got loads of miscues. Didn't really get many kicks, but I got loads of miscues. I mean, loads as well. But the that other one seems okay as long as you keep chalking your key.
Yeah. I mean, it's not going to work for everybody. Everyone has a preference.
Some people like the shark rack, some don't. I like it.
Yeah.
Other people don't. Horses for courses.
Nice finish from John there, just after that unexpected miss from Mark. Evening, Jay Wall. Opportunity for Mark to strike back here.
Evening, Adam Kirk. And Stephen Houth, well, I can get it at 12 quid, I think it is. It's online at £12.
Yeah, you can get it from a few different sources, but
Yep.
I think the idea behind it is that it will last a lot longer than an ordinary chalk.
And that it does, 100%.
That definitely does.
No arguments on that front at all. And at £15 a pop, if it lasts you a year as opposed to a month or even a month and a half or whatever, then it's back to the same sort of value anyway.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Evening, Mercia Popper. This table's breaking really well.
Yeah, that was a great break from John. He's just unlucky not to get one down.
Yeah, I was playing on it a minute ago, and to start with, I wasn't playing particularly well, but my break was massive and continued to be. Got a little bit better after a couple of frames.
A little bit.
Well, I had back-to-back break dishes, so
Oh,
not too bad. Not bad for a chump.
just checking. I think the the red to the left of the black will go down to the bottom pocket, I think. But you'll want to get that one out of the way. Probably be his only potentially got ball. Probably expect him to just roll this one into the bottom pocket.
Yep, bottom right, bottom left, middle, bottom right.
Liam Dunster won 11-7, Robert, earlier. Was it 11-6?
I think it might have been 11-6.
11-6.
Yeah. He flew out the blocks and played steady.
Yeah, I didn't watch the whole of it, but most of it. And I think Chris was a bit unlucky with his breaks, but Liam was solid.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, when isn't he?
Exactly.
I don't reckon these Scottish boys have got enough to do. That's why they're also good at pool.
Yeah, I think when we go up to Falkirk for the shootout, I'd love Mark to be involved. Such a great player.
The buzzer Farnsworth score was 11-7, I think. Yeah, it was 11-7 to Farnsworth. Evening, Kieran. Welcome aboard.
Massive break. The shootout in Falkirk's 15th of June. Daniel Price.
Oh, he just got away with that.
Yeah.
That was mighty close.
Very close. Thought he was just going to rest on it, but he's got away with it.
Very nicely cued. And that is 2-1 to Mark Boyle. John McAllister to break.
Yep, literally one ball miss between him at the moment. Expect this to be a really close game. He's having no trouble with his break just yet. He's going to want to cut that out, or it's going to start to run away from him.
So Graham Huggins has said at least Seb can concentrate on commentary now. No, it's a double eliminator, bud, so he's still in. Had to be, yeah. So mark on yellows. Oh, I should have tagged you on the post, shouldn't I? Well. So Adam Kirk's just asked me where Mick Hill's staying.
Well, I just seen him having a really in-depth conversation with Ben Davis, so my odds is with him.
Mick Hill always has in-depth conversations.
That's true.
He really does. I've never seen him not have an in-depth conversation. I've never seen him have a conversation that lasts less than 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah. He's always got a tale to tell.
Yeah, definitely. It's a bit like Gareth Potts. He never has a conversation that doesn't involve China.
I've actually spoken to him, to be fair. So
You have?
No, I've never
Have
spoken
you not?
to him. No.
You better have some China knowledge on you. Or you're in trouble. It's a bit hard sometimes with matches like this to talk about the shot selection, isn't it? Because most of the time they've broke well, and most of the time
they're just all there. Yeah,
they're gonna dish.
Yeah, I've not seen a problem for either of them so far, because the balls are just so well placed that don't expect them to miss. you just stun off the yellow and you should be fine.
And even when they've got clearance on and you have got some idea what they're going to do, it all just flows so well for them anyway that most of the time they've pretty much done it before you've said anything.
Yep. Perfect. I think.
No, he's actually slightly higher.
Is he?
Sorry, slightly low on it rather. But screw it off the other side cushion.
I think he might. Maybe. Will he top through and come back up?
Stun it across with a bit of almost plain draw.
Looks like he's running it through.
Yeah, it does look like it is.
Looks good.
Beast.
Yep.
And that is what Mark Boyle does if you miss.
Yeah, the difference being John's dry break so far.
Yep.
Not seeing enough of him to really judge how he's playing because he's only really got the chance to come to the table when Mark missed a black.
Evening, Lee Washbrook. Good to see you're watching. Haven't spoken to you in a while, buddy. Hope you're well. See that you're planning on getting back into playing a few money matches. You have to let me know when and where you're playing. If you're not having it streamed, I'll come and watch if I'm not streaming already. If ever you fancy going and watching a money match, Will, then Lee Washbrook's games are always really good to watch.
Yeah.
Really good to be at live.
Yeah, I can imagine. Has a good following, does Washy?
Yeah, I don't know if he'll be still playing from Club 99, but if he is, then the other reason you need to get up there is because their curries are absolutely fantastic.
Really?
Yeah, really, really good. And if there's one thing I like more than Paul, it's curry.
Love a good curry. Unfortunately, I've resigned myself to a 3-month diet. So
Adam Kirk has got
what's
that he's got a Mick Hilltop look. He's just sent me a picture of him. Yep, he's in bed with his Mick Hilltop. Kirky, mate. He's not even playing on the stream.
Definitely his number one fan.
Yeah, 100%. So this will make him jealous. Look. Hold on a sec. Look round here on the back of my monitor.
Yeah.
My monitor is signed by Mick Hill. Did you know that,
yeah.
Kirky? I actually don't know whether I told you that. Mick Hill's signature on the back of my autograph on the back of my monitor. Yeah, Charlie's got a personalised message from him on a cue case. He also signed one of my balls. Pool balls, come on.
If you say so. I'll give you 50k for it, he says.
What? One of my balls? Brilliant. Yellow one or red one? So anybody who wants to check on the scores, the Q score link is in the post for this match that you're watching, so you can just have a look, or at least it is on Facebook anyway. I don't think I did it on YouTube.
If anyone could post the Craig Lakin score, that'd be fantastic, as I happen to own him in the Calcutta.
Alright, well if you just click on that middle tab at the top there, on the laptop, that is the Q score.
Perfect.
And you can just scroll down.
Do a quick read of the scores. Jack Whelan 5-2 up on Mark Fleming. Craig Lakin's leading 5-4 against Ross Fernie. Billy Webster 4-1 up against Scott Ross. Is that game still going? Tommy Butterfield and Kerry Bissell? Looks like it. 10-9. Sean Story's 4-0 up on Jack Heck. Ben Davis 3-0 against Graham Whitten. And Sean Chipperfield's 3-2 up against Lee Clough. So there's 5-4.
We're on opposite sides.
Zach? First real tight frame we've seen.
So, where's McAllister from?
I'm not sure actually. He's not Scottish. I know that much. Listened to his talk before, but
Oh, he's got a Murphy's top on.
yeah,
So I'm wondering if he's from somewhere near here.
He's from Yorkshire, I think, but I couldn't tell you whereabouts.
There you go. Scott McMillan's just said he's from Warwickshire.
Warwickshire, right? Okay. Yeah, right. Okay.
Coventry. Thank you very much, everyone. All these knowledgeable people. Hey, all these knowledgeable people on stream.
Nothing these pool players don't know.
Loads of them, look. Loads of them. All telling us. Mick's from Dudley, actually, Adam, I'm pretty sure. Or definitely, his parents definitely live in Dudley. I'm not telling you where, though. There are still people telling us that he's from Coventry. Hey up. What's happened here? Got a bit of work to do here.
Not sure whether that's going to be safe enough there, what he's just left.
Adam Kirk's on right move looking at flats in Dudley. Michael John Heap, there is already a link for the scores above where you're watching. It's in the post for this match. So just click on it and you'll get them. Cheers, Raymond. Raymond's just put qscore.com. Brilliant.
He's looking at tough plants here. Looks like he's going to flick off the.
This is going to be immense if he makes this.
Is he going to flick off the yellow or play the yellow onto it? Yeah, he's playing the yellow onto it.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is called a worldie. Washi, make sure you keep me updated with when exactly it is then. That'd be great to watch. Washi's going to play against Hassan Ali in May. Let me know about streaming if you want it. And I'll make sure to let you know whether I'm free.
It's a good effort, but
as for Mary Cunningham's Conqueror, I'm not entirely sure, Kirky. He was having some problems with his car. The pool table is a supreme winner.
That's just caused a bit of a problem for John there now. Don't think he meant to flick the red.
Minnesota Fats. Lee Washbrook cues like a one-winged parrot.
Yeah, he's got an unorthodox cue action, as Lee, but looks for him.
It's a very interesting cueing action. But then, who am I thinking of?
I'm trying to think of the player that you got in your head.
Did you say that? That one, no. That picture we had in there, did you save it?
No.
Andy Lucas has an interesting cueing action as well. Well, stands up on the shot, doesn't get down on it at all. Chin is absolutely nowhere near the cue.
Yeah, it's crazy how some players can have a...
But incredibly skilled.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Nice shot. Will the yellow go to the top left, Jakob?
We'll have a quick look at the overhead.
Looks like it does, but...
Yep,
Yeah.
flies.
Yeah.
So if he can run past it half an inch and give himself an angle, get down to the same end of the table as the black. Brilliant, Mark Anthony. What a shot that was. Absolutely
That
blunt.
definitely belonged on Pornhub.
It's black ball rules.
There's a great finish. Very steady player is Mark,
Incredibly so.
which is 100% the reason why I'd love to put him under the pressure of the shootout.
He won the last event here. The
Yeah, that's
Murphy's
right.
English
That's
Open.
that's right,
Mark
yeah.
was the winner.
Yep, that's
And
right.
Dunstall was second.
Yeah.
Liam Gollop, that Will Coldwell knows his stuff.
Well, you know, Liam, class shines through.
Do these players play on mini clip? Not entirely sure.
There we go, his break started to work now, it looks like. Needs this frame.
Brilliant. So apparently Pornhub's where you'll find Seb Webb's game. It was a 43-minute humping. Lee Washbrook's just said, will you inbox him the dates for the TAOM shootouts because he wouldn't mind playing in one of them?
Yeah, I'll get Zach to send you a message, Lee.
Will's only Zach's sidekick, so he doesn't do things
I'm just
like
Zach's
messaging.
PA these days.
4 or 5 -0. I'm not sure which one though.
It's close. Yeah, I think you'd be a great advocate for the shootout, Lee. The pace that you play at would suit you really well. Yeah, Martin, it's the same exact same format. It's just those 16 players this time, so 8 qualifiers against the 8 shootout players, and that'll be in the afternoon. And the last 8 will be on Free Sports TV. Yeah, it's going to be a great night, Martin. Really looking forward to it. Tickets on sale on Eventbrite. Anyone looking for some tickets? Oh, has he come far enough?
Hold on, I'll just have a quick look.
Can he just get to it? He's shaking his head. No.
Oh. Optical illusion on the overhead. Oh, that was close.
Yeah, good effort, but
Not enough.
I just don't think he quite left himself the right angle of the previous shot, and I think that's cost him because this is just giving another chance to mark now.
My mate Huggies just said he's arranged for Lisa Lashes to DJ as his mate's birthday party at his house.
Oh, wonderful.
Nice.
Yeah, nice chat, Graham. Met him a few months back at, well, it's probably more than a few months back now, actually. It's back at the World Championships.
Well, John really needs to get his game going because this is a bit of a thumping right now.
Yeah, well, Mark's been pretty relentless, to be honest. John's only just started firing with his break, and he looked like he was going to get the clearance there, and said just looked like he just ran out on his second to last ball, and it meant that getting on the black was a lot more difficult, and it's ended up costing him the frame. And he's got to start firing now, or it's this will really start to get away from him. Just do a quick scores update. Jack Whelan's leading Mark Fleming 7-2. 6-all Craig and Ross Fernie. Craig Lakin and Ross Fernie. Billy Webster's 5-3 up on Scott Ross. Tom Cousins. He's doing well so far. If he can keep that going.
Yep.
Tom Cousins is 3-0 up at Chris Wood. Sean Story's 5-2 against Jack Heckingbottom. Ben Davies 6-1 against Graham Whittam. And wow, what a 8-3 Sean Chipperfield versus Lee Clough. Expected that to be a lot closer.
Sean must be playing well then.
Yeah.
Lee's been performing pretty well recently.
Yeah. I think quite a few people in the room fancied Lee tonight, and he went into the match favourite. So I thought it was I would have probably slightly edged towards Sean, but it's one of those could swing either way that game. But it's going to be some asked for Lee to come back from there. Just look at the table here. Looks like Mark's made a ball again. His break's been really good tonight. was just looking at this red into the middle. Looks pretty tight. I think he feels that it goes. Looks from here that it does, but must be tight. Flies in.
So, tell us a bit more about the TAOM shootout. Well, what you got cooking?
Only so much I can give away, but it's going to be an exciting year, to be honest with you. It seems to have taken off really quickly. Obviously, the first event, which was more of a pilot event, which obviously, as you saw, sort of firsthand, how good it was and how well the night went. Like I said, it just seems to have created a little bit of a buzz in the pool world, and a lot of people asking to be involved and asking how can we get involved. So currently the only way to get in is by qualifying. There are a couple of direct entry slots available. That's a great shot from Mark.
Oh, are there really? I didn't realise that.
Yeah, for each event, what we have, the idea that we're trying to create is the local players can get involved. For each part of the world, shall we say. So, for instance, for the Q8 event, we've had a qualifier from the local league that myself and Zach play in. So only players in that league could enter. Just because it's one, we wanted to give something back to them because that's where we started ourselves. Still do play in that league. And they've been with us since the beginning. And then the Q8 themselves will have a qualifier. There'll be a qualifier at Savannah. So local clubs close to that venue will the aim is for them to all have a qualifier. But yeah, there are a couple of slots available to enter direct, but we don't like to. We'd ideally love everybody to be qualifying for it because that's the whole point of what we're trying to do, is getting players back into the clubs, and what better way than to get a chance to be live on TV?
Yeah. Just Daz Cheatham's just asked how much do you invest, Jakob? In what regard, Daz?
That's a great break.
That is a monster break.
He's just fell a little unlucky with quite a few balls have landed on the side rail, but might be able to move a few of them with his next shot.
I don't put anything into the prize money these events. I'm paid to be here to stream them. Unless, of course, I'm reading what you mean wrong. Oh, is that maybe directed towards Will for the TAOM shootout rather than me?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Do you mean the prize money for the shootout, Daz, or was that aimed at Jakob?
Thank you very much, Penners. Good evening. Good luck in your match tomorrow night. Penners is playing against Martin McIntosh tomorrow
Yeah, that's
night.
going to be a good game. Could go either way, but Penners played really well against George on a sort of similar start. So, yeah, I'd put Penners favourite, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so too. There we go. So he's talking about the shootout. Right, now it makes much more sense.
Yeah.
I was wondering, sorry, we were actually really confused then because I was wondering why I might be putting money into...
Yeah,
into
the prize fund is obviously generated through sponsorship and through ticket sales. We don't charge the players any entry fee, so the qualifiers obviously they'll pay via a qualifier, or there is a couple of direct entry slots available. But the original 8 players, there was no entry fee for those players. That was the premise behind our whole event, is that it's self-funded.
Takes a little bit of pressure off them as well, doesn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. They're no matter what, they're getting paid, and I think that's how professional players in the game should be operating, and hopefully one day that's how they will be. Has John run into a little spot of bother here? Or does this yellow go down to this bottom pocket? Is he cutting it into the middle?
Cutting it into the middle.
I don't think where was you intending to put it, but just it's not fell okay though.
So that said, I know it's free entry. That's why I asked. It's great for pool. It can only grow.
Yeah, thanks, Daz. That's, hopefully it can grow into something bigger and better.
It's never going to be bigger than better than when it was on Elite Able TV. Come on, sort your life out. Seriously, Will.
Absolutely. That was a fantastic night.
Joking, just in case anybody thinks I'm getting on a ego trip there. I'm not at all. Just having a laugh. Me and Will get on really well. Yeah, that was some serious cuts going on at the end of that frame there.
Good massive frame for John. Maybe he can spark a mini revival. But Mark's been breaking pretty solid, so he's going to need some luck, I think.
No, TRN1 is not in this. Yeah, Daz, I actually fully agree. However, the only issue is that the music can't be played on the stream, which is a real shame because it should have music. There should be music playing. It adds to the buzz and the atmosphere, and the players love it.
Yeah, it doesn't work for every event, does. Some events do need that peace and quiet and concentration, like events such as this one. But yeah, to be there on the night and witness the atmosphere was something that, well, it's going to happen 7 more times this year, so I can't wait for it. But yeah, it was something else. Yeah, I agree, Will. It certainly is on fire. There's a lot happening in the pool world right now, and it's an exciting time to be involved with it. Not just from an STRM point of view, but from plenty of promoters out there doing a lot of good for the game, which is really good to see. Darren, I don't think the Shark Rack is sponsoring this event. It's a sponsor of Elite 8 Ball. That's why it's not being used.
Yeah, they sponsored me at the very beginning of my career in streaming. They helped me get started. Both Shark Rack and the Jarrow MOT Centre helped me out, gave me some money each of them.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
That's all it needs sometimes, is a bit of a booster to help things get moving off the ground. Yeah, I can't comment on what Seb's said about any other tour, but I do know that there is music playing in this venue. I think what I was referring to is the walk-on music for the players. Yeah, I agree, Daz. Don't get me wrong, the shootout is what we will call a fun event, but you know, the players do want to win it as well, because the prize money is it's attractive, and like I said, they're on a free roll, so it's in their interest to try and get as far as they can. A bit straight here, I think. Over shot.
Penners, just so you know, it is Will Caldwell that's on commentary with me. You won't recognise his voice, I wouldn't have thought, because he hasn't really been live on anything, have you?
Yeah, I'm not on commentary very much, and People got one of the worst accents there is in the Bolton accent. Not a very recognisable one.
But he is one of the two faces of STRN.
Yeah, I'm the good-looking one. Gotta be honest.
I don't know if it really counts for anything when you're not seen.
True.
That is 7-2 to Mark Boyle.
Yeah, that was a very, very nice finish on Mark. Just got back to business there after Sir John's the last frame he won.
Be interesting to see Mark and Liam play again today. Not today, but tomorrow or whatever.
Are they in line to meet?
I don't know.
No.
But that was, I said that was the final in the Murphy's English Open.
Yeah.
Mark against Liam.
Could very well happen if they don't meet each other earlier in the draw. But
that was when Liam realised that he needed to get a bit more in shape because he struggled mentally with the lack of energy, suffered fatigue quite badly.
Yeah, I heard that he's been training and stuff, which is fair play to him. I think people appreciate how much sort of healthy body and mind can play a massive part in pool.
Yeah, oh definitely.
I think it's one of the reasons why.
So Penners, you missed it, but Penners just said, does his invite for the TAOM shootout still count that you sent him?
Was that me or was that Zach?
Well, it might have been Zach. Hey, yep, John McAllister's watching. Dude.
Yeah, he's watching. Yeah, he's just gone off. He's having a bit of.
I wonder if he's got the commentary on. John, watch the table.
Sheppy got £1,200 for winning, and the 8 shootout players will always be in the shootouts, but obviously they will only be in the last 16, so they'll still have to win a game.
Penner says that it was you.
Wow.
He's probably just drunk. It was probably what.
Which event was that, Penner?
It's probably a sex test. Sex text. He was just trying to hit on you. He hasn't really got any authority at all.
No comment, Penwell. No comment. Possibly. We'll talk. See how you get on against McIntosh tomorrow.
I reckon he wins, you know.
Yeah, be a good
I've
game.
no idea how he managed to blag that start. Seriously. It's deluded and then it's just mental.
I think McIntosh is due a win. To be fair, he's had a bit of bad run as in the last few games he's played. So maybe he's due a win. But he's in the next shootout. So I'll be team McIntosh for this one.
That's a bit harsh. Penner's sat there going, "Oi, mate, you're such a lad. Wicked, Will Warder." Oh, team McIntosh.
Sorry, Penners.
Team McIntosh. Unlucky Penners.
Sorry, Penners. I hope you have a good game.
Hope you lose.
Can both players win?
You horrible bastard. Only if it's a game of tug of war and someone cuts the rope.
Yeah. Looking like 8-2 this. I think there's a way back for John here. He looks a bit defeated.
Read Penner's comment.
Anytime, Penners. Time and a place.
I had you down for that, you know. Little pretty boy look.
You got to do what you've got to do.
Mark's on some serious form here.
He's just, yeah, he's turned up with a lot of intent.
Yeah, Washy, I very much agree.
A few players that I've seen tonight that have shown a lot of early promise.
Keith Franklin, if you go to the post that we've put up, there's a link to the Q Score page which has got all the live updates of the scores, including the previous scores. Thanks, Dave McComb and Penners.
Quick run through the scores. Jack Whelan is 7-5 up on Mark Fleming. It's come a bit closer now. Craig Laking's leading Ross Verney 9-8. Scott Ross has now come back against Billy Webster. It's 7-6. Tom Cousins is somewhat in front against Chris Wood, 9-0. Sean Story's 7-4 up against Jack Heckingbottom. Ben Davis is 9-3 in front against Graham Whittam. And Sean Chipfield ran out 11-4 against Lee Clough. It's a great win. Expected that to be a lot closer. I think that's his first dry break. Got to disagree with you there, Mick. I think he's got the potential to be many different styles of player as Mark Boyle. I think he adapts his game dependent on the environment. I personally would love to see him under sort of the shootout pressure. I think you'd really see what sort of how exciting player he can be, because I'm sure he's got plenty of shots in his locker. But when there's no time restraint, you can take as long as you want. Yeah, hope so, Santa. I think he'd be a fantastic addition. Just having reminiscence of Seb Webb's walk on in the background. I can hear Free From Desire.
Oh, mate. Do you know what? I might be able to show you something here. I know it's not related to the game that we're watching, but hold on. Let's see. I put Seb Webb's walk on as my story on Facebook. So look how many people have looked at it.
Oh my God.
728 people have watched that story.
When did you put that on?
Well, it says a year ago, but it's not a year.
I was going to say.
That's mad, isn't it? 728 people.
Yeah, I think when Zach uploaded the video, it's had over 20,000 views. It's
Yeah, but that's just on one. That's on my personal story.
Yeah.
That's mad. That's 3/4 of. No, it's not.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Martin, for recording it. If you'd not got it, then piece of history there. He's just run out again, I think here, John. You still should expect him still to get this, but I think he could have got on this a lot better. Yeah, good black.
And John McAllister's back in the room.
Could be too late, but you never know.
Just 'cause that keeps updating.
9-all between Craig Lakin and Ross Fernie. Could go to the wire, which is exactly what I don't want. Big break again.
Jonathan Wrongan's watching. Evening, Johnny. He's a mate of ours. He's always watching our stream. His name's Jonathan Wrongan, but we call him Jonathan Wrongan. Hi, Donna.
Adam, if you go to Zach STR and Leonard's Facebook page, you'll be able to find it on there.
They're having an argument. Mick Folan's started watching. Stephen Yules just said, old agent Yules just said, but in real life, there's nobody in Scotland you can beat.
Sorry, Penners. There's a nice ring to it, though. It's a good shot.
as previously stated. John McAllister's back in the room.
Yes, I mean, who knows? Maybe he could go on a little bit of a run here, put a bit of pressure on Mark.
It's amazing what can happen when you get a few shots under the belt, isn't it?
Just a bit close to this. I think he's just full. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, it's not over yet, Penners. I remember when he came back. It's certainly possible.
Yeah, Liam was some ridiculous amount down last time against Mark Farnsworth. I think it was like 8-1 or something.
Really?
And he came back and won. Mark started... in fact, he didn't even start dry breaking. He all of a sudden, he'd been breaking really well, and then he decided to change his break. Not sure why. And then he started going dry, and every break was dry, and Liam just punished him.
Speaking of dry. Opportunity for John.
Agent Yule, Adam Kirk doesn't ever really troll my streams particularly. He normally just sends me loads of private messages, pictures and videos and stuff when he's watching the stream. Adam Kirk. He's saying Adam Kirk's watching and not trolling.
Yeah, can someone check on Adam Kirk?
Hi, Adam.
I think she's asleep in the corner. Adam. Quick nap.
Kirky, this game isn't boring. They're both actually playing really well. Some good pool being played. Mark Boyle has basically not really missed at all.
And now John seems to be on a little bit of a mini surge. Nice finish. Just slightly awkward.
Penners, if you could keep all personal comments off the stream, that would be great. Cheers, bud.
All of a sudden, John's just putting a little bit of pressure
I've
on
been
Mark.
at the stream table all day from the very first game. And we'll be again tomorrow. And Sunday.
Dish 3 times on the trot. Check on Lakin for us.
Wrong, and I'm tempted. Very tempted. Eight-5, game on.
Absolutely. Well,
It's a big break.
that is lovely.
That is a lovely break.
What are you taking here, Jakob?
What shade of yellow are you going?
Exactly, yeah. You could take either, but yeah, it's got to be yellows.
Yeah.
I think leave yourself the one next to the red. Near the left middle pocket, just below. Then you leave that to your last, I think.
For whoever just asked, yes, this is a double eliminator comp.
Good luck tomorrow, Emil. Some comeback that from Mark Fleming. I think he was 7-2 down against Jack Whelan. Now 8-7 up.
Jeez, that's a good game. Well, it's not much different to the story here, really.
No, this is looking. Oh, he's got reds.
Although obviously he's not up yet, but or not up at the
He's
moment.
gone with reds, and I think we both said yellows, which suggests how much we know. But he's obviously seen a
well. I mean, look,
path that
on yellows, there's only one ball that's even a minor issue, and that's the one that's next to the red.
I think he's going to play.
Whereas on this, he's got the problem of this this red that's on the cushion here.
He's got a problem now.
I know he's on it, but he's Chinese snookered. Phelan, you don't have to watch, or you could mute the stream, or I can mute the stream and make it go blank for you if you like. Neil Coombs, it is Yakov and Will Caldwell of the STRN team. Yeah, Santoro, I can't believe that he didn't go yellows either. Very odd choice. Hope I didn't say that too loudly.
I mean, it looks like he may well recover, but yellows look the obvious choice.
Yeah.
Good shot.
A lot of up and down the table.
Yeah, looked like it was just a routine drop in for the yellows, but obviously he's got to go with what he feels is best.
Wrong. Jenks has got a league singles finals day tomorrow, so he couldn't be here. Mick Folan, the commentators are very ignorant. Well, actually, I'm the owner of the stream, and I don't consider myself to be particularly ignorant, but however, I've considered most of your comments on the stream to be pretty ignorant. So, well, as I've got the power, maybe you should be quiet. What do you reckon, Will? Should we fire Mick Folan back to Galway or wherever he's from?
Seems to be the general consensus. I think you've got to go with what the fans want.
Oh, look. Everybody thinks that Folan should go. Oh, man, you can actually do a poll as well.
Can you?
Yep.
Do it.
Let's see if I can find...
I love a bit of controversy.
See if I can figure out how.
Lovely finish this from John. 8-6 all of a sudden.
Don't ban him. Right. Ban. Don't ban him. See ya. Ban him, ban him, ban him. Don't get a response, just ban the clown. Both accounts, by the way. See, Folan, I'm sorry, but it's not looking very good for you here, is it?
That's the action. That's a very, very good finish from John, considering that we all thought he should have taken the opposite colour.
We'll turn up the tune that's in the background, and it can be Folan's walk-off tune. Good suggestion.
Thanks.
That humour carried a Charlie copyright to it.
Craig Lake in Ross Ferney's gone hill. Tenth
So,
decider.
8-6. Mick Hill hates Mick Folan. Don't ban him, he's a comedy cabbage. Well, he's definitely a cabbage, alright. I'll be good, I promise.
That's more like it, Mick.
I'd probably stick with that attitude if I were you. Because I was looking for the poll button to do a proper poll, and regardless of how it went, you're getting blocked. If you ban him, someone else will have to be the dafty.
Class comment.
Seb was not very happy. Evening, Nikki Keenan. And I saw James Hannay then as well. Evening, James.
Be back in 2 seconds. Okay, win's a win. Craig Lakin's just won 11-10 against Ross Ferney. Which will do very nicely for me.
Thank you very much, Sean Martin. So. Mark needs to find some stuff here.
Yeah.
He's had a bit of a break from the table. Penners, no, music is not safe regardless. As soon as you've got music and it's picked up by bots that can find the relevant beats per minute for a song, and if Facebook or YouTube or whoever pick up on it, then they either mute the stream or they delete it completely. Evening, Mr. Honey. Boyle's not really on a simmer at the minute. He's just not been at the table. Had a couple of dry breaks.
Yeah, John's just stepped in and mopped up, really. All of a sudden, a little bit of pressure on Mark.
No, it's not safe on YouTube, Penners. It's actually worse. Well, someone's just said no music on streams for the shootout events then. Well, we will be doing the stream for the run-up to the quarterfinals. And then from the quarterfinals onwards, it'll be on Free Sports, where they can obviously play whatever they want. So from that point, music will be allowed.
That's right. Yeah, obviously we'll still be playing in the venue. So if you want to come and see it for yourself, Adam, get a ticket. We'll check it out. That's the best way to see all and hear it all.
Penners, some streams might survive with loud music, but it's because there's only certain companies, like Sony Music, for example, that have a problem with it, and that you'll get pulled up on. Can't remember who the other companies are, but there's like 2 or 3 companies basically, and if you play their music, then your stream will be blocked.
Lewis, yep, we're going to Hull, pal. We certainly are. Yeah, don't hold your breath, Penners. Just joking, mate.
And that has just stopped the rot.
Yeah, he's got a nice flick off the yellow there. I think he's landed him a bit better than he would have landed, but yeah, puts him back in control.
Mr. Boyle, someone should put Mr. Boyle coming off the simmer to a semi-boil.
Brilliant. 9-6, just a couple of score updates. Matt Fleming now 9-7 against Jack Whelan.
It's just Mahid.
Obviously this game's 8-6. Craig Lakin was 11-10 winner against Ross Fernie. Scott Ross won 11-7 against Billy Webster. Tom Cousins won 11-0 against Chris Wood. Sean Story's 8-6 against Jack Heckingbottom. Ben Davis won 11-7 against Graham Whittam. Sean Chipperfield won 11-4 against Lee Clough, so just a couple of games left in play now, just the 3, looks like. All looking pretty close. I'm not sure, Martin, actually. I know Zach's been in charge of the bonus balls, but I'll get him to do an update. Not right now, I think he's about 9 dart fruits deep, so probably not the best time to ask him, but I'll get him to do an update tomorrow for you. Yeah, I've got connections in high places, Louis. Evening, Phil. How are you? Long time no see, pal.
Good evening, Phil Corns.
The man, the myth.
The man with the shoes. That guy's got some good shoes.
Hopefully you might make it to the next shootout, Phil. Yeah.
Zach's fucking boring with death. He's talking to fucking Dunster.
Yeah, Seb Webb lost 11-2 very quickly.
Yeah, demolition job from Shep. Wasn't messing about.
It was a proper demolition job as well.
I came in, it was 2-0, and then about 5 minutes later it was a 7-1. I was like, wow.
Yep. Phil Corns, yeah, that is me as well. Yep. Yep.
Just left himself a bit awkward here, John. Might choose to come back for it. Nice pot.
Yeah, he's played that really well. Cool. Be good to see you, Phil.
Yeah, he's made some big shots in this frame, John. He's been awkward a few times and he's got through it. I'm expecting to get these. Put the pressure back on Mark. Probably the best position he's been on a black all night. He's been awkward on every single one. Yeah, good finish.
Nice finish. That's 9-7. Now if he can keep Mark at bay, for a couple of frames, this is going to be a hell of a match.
Definitely. He needs Matt to go dry here. Jack Whelan is 9-7 down. Yeah, you're right, David. He was 7-2 up. Max obviously played out of his skin to come back. Or Jack's had a lot of misfortune. I'm not actually personally seeing the game, but great comeback from Mark. Wow, that could prove very costly.
Ouch.
Look at the yellows. Well,
Look at the Reds.
look at them both, yeah. They both go.
Well,
Probably argue that the Reds are better, aren't they?
9-8.
Yeah, I would expect it from here.
Swiped it 11-10. Yes. He played really well. You said it for you was about just getting through tonight, though. Drag through. Now I've won.
So, Mr. Lakin, what you got to say about your game?
I feel got lucky to get through. I'm now through, and I said to Will, who got me in the calculator, I said if I drag through tonight, I won the event. Because I drag through tonight, I play well for the next 2 days. That's it, done.
Fair play. Look forward to seeing it, bud.
Mambus has absolutely abused me. Saying I'm out of order, saying that I've been wrong to people. I said, I'm the most genuine player you'd ever see. Never root anyone who wins or loses against me. That's why you don't bring your missus to the club.
Mine inspires me to play better pool, to be fair. Honestly, if I have a practice session against her before I play brilliant. If I don't, it's a bit it's bizarre. Very bizarre. So Craig's gone again, by the way. He rolled out the room.
A brief entrance from Craig Lake in there. Good to see him in good shape. As always. He did mention it to me earlier that tonight for him was just all about getting through, and he didn't want to start playing too well too early because
he looked a bit like he was made of straw. No, Phil Caunce, we won't be letting Craig on the mic because everything will just be amazing.
great shot.
Yep, this has been a pretty tidy match. And that's 9-8. It has gone from Boyle looking like an absolute dead certainty, stripping John completely,
Yeah, he could
to John making a full recovery.
quite easily give this away now.
He was just sat on the side watching for what, 10 frames.
Mark Fleming now 9-8 against Jack Whelan. Sean Story 9-7 against Jack Hick.
Yeah, there's actually not that many people in the crowd. There's quite a few people in the room next door, but this room's relatively quiet now. There were a few people in here earlier. But this is a room by itself. It's just my little setup room. Well, it's not even really that little, is it? Just got my own little arena. Mark, the event isn't sponsored by the Shark Rack. It's my stream that is, so they are not required to use the Shark Rack.
Yeah, he was a very, very good buy in the Calcutta. 300 is a bargain for him, I must admit.
Who is?
John McAllister went for £300.
Are you having a
Calcutta.
laugh? That's
Very
ridiculous.
good buy. I'm not sure who
Do you
got him.
Do you know what? What surprises me is that Mick Hill went for £3,000. Right. Next one down was
Farnsworth, maybe?
Mark Farnsworth. Yeah, 2,100, I think.
Yeah.
And then Liam at 1,900. Right. So then going on the odds at the bookies, on the that I've seen online, Mick Hill favourite. I think it's what 3-1 or something.
I think he's less than that now because Phil Harrison's not in it.
Then Phil Harrison.
Mm-hmm.
Then Dunster and Boyle, I think it was. Why is Mick Hill favourite when he hasn't won anything major in this country for a long time?
Yeah, it's just it's
He hasn't won anything in the Supreme Series. No, I'm not saying that he's not an amazing player, because he is.
Yep.
But I'm sorry, but if you look at record over the last year, then Liam Dunster's favourite to win this.
Yeah, I think I just say Liam Dunster just entered the room actually, and I think for me he on current form has to enter these type of events as favourite, because he's getting to the business end of pretty much every single one of them.
Yep.
You know, final or winner, runner-up or winner in pretty much all of them. Just never looks phased. That's what I've noticed about it, Liam. Just
Okay, fair enough. He did win the 2018 WEPF Worlds.
oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. Great achievement in itself, considering I don't think he even
Fair enough.
played
All
in
right, I'll take that back then. I didn't realise that. Sorry.
But by the same rights, Ben Davis is a world champion, but doesn't go in as the same sort of favourite. Ben Davis is a black belt world champion.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, that would be the argument there, wouldn't it? But I think other more ranking events, like if we want to call them a ranking event, big events. Liam's been at the business end of more of them.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was saying. Ban yourself for half an hour. All right, calm down, you lot. Anyway, the point is anyway that Dunster's reached the final of he reached the final of 3 of the Supreme Series. He reached the final of the Murphy's English Open. Can't remember what else, but there's been semi-final of the Worlds apparently.
Yeah.
And quite a few other things.
Yes, someone's just mentioned Scott Gillespie. I think he certainly would be up there as well, because he's
Obviously not in the event. So
no, exactly. But if he was, is he going to fall a bit? No, he's falling all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can all shut up, because we were just talking about general form and
Yeah.
how people have done over the last year. And in my opinion, and it is just an opinion, he's reached a lot further than most of the players consistently.
Exactly. Yeah. That's where our logic was coming from.
Yeah, both Dunster and Gillespie probably the players of 2018, really.
Well, now it's certainly game on. Wow.
That thought about it, didn't it?
Yeah.
9 apiece. Mark Boyle needs to stop sitting down quite so much.
Yeah, his break seems to have just run away from him a little bit. All of a sudden, the momentum's with John. Sean Story's now 10-7 up against Jack Heckingbottom on the hill.
And he's got it. Oh, my word.
Wow. That's sickening.
He finally makes a ball and the white goes in as well. Savage.
Just the manner of the in-off as well, it's sort of going around the table.
Actually, do you know what? Last time I was here, Gareth Hibbert was playing. Can't remember who was playing. It might even have been Dunster. And he dry broke, or the white ball went in on every single break, but the very last frame that he broke, and he broke dished. Honestly, it was hilarious. Everybody was laughing their heads off. Even he was laughing his head off about the fact that he was potting the white every time. It was the white ball was going in every single time, and he ended up laughing about it. And then he finally made a ball, and there was a massive cheer. Everybody going, "Way!"
Sometimes you just don't have any room with that sort of stuff, but
No. You should do that more often during the day. That's a great recovery
yeah,
shot.
Yeah, he was in a bit of trouble there, and he's got himself back where he needs to be.
Abracadabra.
Yeah, you're right, Martin. It's been somewhat misfortunate in the last couple of frames, but John's been absolutely magnificent here.
John McAllister. Take a bow.
Wow.
What a comeback.
Probably said that they still deserve a decider, but at the same time, John's been absolutely brilliant to come back from where he was. Wouldn't surprise me if he breaks some dishes here. Now then.
Wow.
Now then. Got to make this count now, Mark.
That's terrible. Someone just said, has anyone got the TAOM? It's well late.
Yeah, it's been a great game to watch. Don't expect any trouble from Mark from me.
Hill.
Yep.
I'm glad as well.
Yeah, I said just before Mark broke, I said John Brook, sorry, that deserved the decider.
We've got, between the two platforms, we've got 1,000 people watching at 1:15.
Yeah, some figures.
That is not bad going. Yeah, that's been a very good standard.
Yeah, all the best to both these guys in this decider now.
And that
Just
is
one.
Hill.
At this stage, you just want a chance, don't you?
Hill with Boyle to break. Come on then, Boyle. Let's have a good one.
Mark Fleming is on the hill against Jack Whelan. It's 10-8. And it is still 10-8 between Sean Story and Jack Heckingbottom.
Unfortunately, we do normally keep a track of how many break dishes there are, but we don't when it's on a competition.
Yeah, it's been an awful lot, Martin, that's all I know. I think I can count at least 7 from John McAllister. Here we go.
I thought that was going to ricochet off that yellow and into the pocket then. Now then, Mark Boyle.
I think he's going to go red here. Just that
What have you got?
The yellow near the black looks a bit awkward. I mean, you could get on it from the left rail, but you just got to have a think here. There's an argument for both sets, but I think red's be looking at a yellow. Of course he is. That shows how much I know about the game.
Who said it? Who said he'd be looking at a yellow? They will.
I think.
Who said he'd be looking at a yellow?
No, I just watched him then. It looked like he was looking at a yellow.
All right.
If you can get through to the one that's near the black, that's probably the one to go with. But like you said, they could go with both here. Yeah, I've got to agree with the comments. I think he's got to go with the yellows here.
There's only 2 pockets. Oh no. 3 pockets. That the furthest one up goes in.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this red, just near the right middle cushion, right middle pocket, and it's just a bit awkward for him.
And he's got that one in the middle.
I mean, if he was right on it, then maybe, but for his first shot, it could just be a.
I think that red into the middle was probably a little bit on the slight side. Sheppy would have cleared these by now. Probably would have.
Yeah, Sheppy a bit at the bar by now.
How long's this stream been? I wonder. Yeah, I'd have said Reds as well.
Yeah, he's just taking his time here, rightly so. Looks like he's hunting for Reds.
Mm-hmm. I think that red in the middle was a bit too slight, to be honest.
Yeah, he'll come back for that.
I think that's going down the rail to this pocket in the bottom right. Personally.
Yeah.
Does Mark Boyle come from a snooker background? Do you know?
I don't know, to be honest with you. Probably a question that Santa could answer on the stream.
For me, I think he plays pool a lot like a snooker player.
Yeah.
The way he works his way around the table.
He's not quite where he wanted to be.
Yeah, he was a pro. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Huggy, yeah, she's very good. Sat next to me, keeping me company. He's definitely run too far on that, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's... Well, it's looking like he's going to...
He actually looked like he was looking at the double then.
Yeah, that'd be some shot to take on here. Can he not leave it till his last ball? No, he's just drop the yellow in. Sorry, the red into the middle. Leave the one below the black, and then just leave it for up the rail. No. He really fancies his double, doesn't he? It's just the way I would have gone for it. Just he just left himself the wrong side.
Someone just say it doesn't double. What are you talking about, you crazy person? I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to show you the overhead just to prove you wrong. That ball definitely doubles into that pocket.
Yeah, Gavin Pearson, a man that knows how to double a ball. Just definitely doubles. This is an absolutely great shot.
That's just bloody ridiculous.
Still work to do.
Someone thinks he's on yellows. Screw off the cushion for yellow up the rail. He's on reds.
Some shots to take on here.
That's some serious colour blindness.
I'm colourblind and even I knew what colour he's on.
Do you know what it looks like he's thinking about? Putting this up the cushion, screwing the white back to put the red in the black into the right hand middle.
Mm-hmm.
He's only gone and bloody done it.
What a shot.
Wow. There goes. There goes.
What a shot. Best shot of the night for me.
That was a beautiful thing.
Wow.
What a match. Absolutely phenomenal.
Unreal.
Well played to both players.
That was certainly a stop back
Jeez.
right now moment there.
Wasn't it just?
Yeah, great standard. Shame not to be a loser.